Welcome to Bushcraft Survival. Today we're going to have a look at this little puppy here. This is the Fiskars XA3 bush hook. Now this will be a bit of a unique test and trial because I have not taken this out of the packet yet and I've never used one. I'm curious because of the design, because of my understanding of knife shapes and uses. The cover, you know, I guess it's designed to hang up in the shed. It's pretty lightweight, but it does protect the blade. The blade itself, not overly heavy. This is probably half the weight of a little camping hatchet. So I'm curious as to how good this is going to cut. You can see, you know, got a reasonable sized hand, but it's, you know, it's a decent size. That's a, you know, good hand span on me, a bit more than probably most people's hand span, the length there. I'm not sure what it is in actual millimeters. I don't think it tells me. Anyway, what I'm going to do is go over here to this branch behind me, and I'm going to attempt to cut that through. It's dead dry timber, so it'll have some resistance. I'm going to hack at it until I get through, or until I sweat so much that I quit, and in which case I'll probably throw this video out and do something else. So let's see how this bush hook works as a cutting axe tool. Well, there you go. That there, I can get this in a bit closer to you. It's not a bad cut, and you know, that's a reasonable sized piece of wood. I can't put my hand around that. Two hands around it, yeah, but that's solid. I don't know if it's going to focus or not, but as far as I can see, there's no nicks, no rolled edges from cutting a decently thick piece of wood. As I said, that is solid piece of wood. So that is pretty impressive. And what I want to know, obviously the hook end here is good for, you know, things like a, you know, if I can get it up, a bracken fern. It's going to, you know, if I want to cut that by putting that into that hook end there, keep my fingers clear. You know, that's going to cut quite well because it catches into that corner. Obviously that's what it's designed for. You know, debarking this log here, we can drive that in. It's got a good amount of leverage on that blunt end to be able to debark timber. Enough of that. In good condition is going to be a nice little roof to a shelter somewhere. Now, once we take the bark off, let's put it down here so you guys can see, but you can hear how solid that is. Now that's I'm actually surprised at how well that cuts. Now, I haven't gone through and checked how good, bad, or indifferent this this timber here is, but I would think that we should also be able, with a bit of care, we can. Now it's a bit harder than a knife, but that still gives you a reasonable amount to be able to start to make a good little feather stick. If we come around the other side, we can start to work that down. Now by the feel of it, this timber's not quite as dry as I would like, but you can see it'll do fine work reasonably well. So I've got to say, from a first impressions point of view, this little fella is probably going to be a bit of a space saver. Now, if I'm out bushcrafting, I'm taking my axe. I like my axe. But if I'm doing a hike, if I'm doing some distance, half the weight, some good leverage. However, this handle, that's problematic. The way my hand was slipping back into here, because of how smooth this handle is, and it's hollow, so it's quite light, my hand wants to slide into here. It catches, but then it jams your finger up as the weight of this is trying to pull out. So rather than having a nice comfortable grip here, your hand is bunched into the bottom of here, and actually that's going to blister guaranteed on my little finger there. So you nearly need to choke it up and hold it on the top so that it doesn't push down into the bottom here. So I might have to look at a handle wrap or something to that effect. Anyway, that's the Fiskars bush hook, and not a bad bit of gear. All right, I'll catch you on the next one.